I'm Joe Hester. I'm a disabled Marine Corps veteran, and I was hurt in the Marine Corps in 1979 on a parachute jump. And over the years since I was discharged in 1980, my injuries to my right leg and back worsened to where I would have a lot of trouble keeping a job and working steadily. And over a period of these last 36 years, I've gotten to the point where I couldn't work at all and had to get on disability. And although the VA was paying for my housing through the Veterans HUD-VASH program, I still had trouble paying for my utility bills, having enough food to eat for me and my young son, and having deposits that paid for the apartments that I was living in, gas for my car, things of that nature that a lot of people just take for granted. And someone in the Veterans Administration gave me Tim Graga's phone number and told me he might be able to help. And this was several years ago. It was probably about 4 years ago. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have had the deposits to move into an apartment, the deposits to turn my electric and my water on. There have been many times over the last several years that he and his friend Kevin, that helps him in this program, have helped me with food for me and my son, gas so I could get back and forth to get my son at school, doctor's appointments, and just many various things. And one time my car was going to be repossessed by a title loan company. I had to get a loan because I just didn't have enough money to live on, and he paid for that for me so I would still have a car to drive. You know, there's a stipulation when a divorced father or mother, whatever the case may be, you know, in the parenting plan, you have to have decent housing and, of course, enough food and suitable clothes for your child to take proper care of your child. And just the basic necessities like a safe and clean and healthy home with the lights turned on, the water turned on, and enough food to eat. If there were many times when I was threatened to lose all of those things, and if I had lost those things, I would have lost my visitation rights with my son. And it's just like I said, it's a thing that most people take for granted that they have every day. And I worked hard most of my life until my injuries got to the point where I just wasn't able to. And building lives and the people that work in building lives helped improve the quality of life, the joy and the peace and the happiness for me and my son, and the way we live. And we're able to be ourselves and enjoy life a lot more instead of worrying about everyday things. If we're going to have enough food, or if we're going to be able to pay the bills, if I'm going to have enough gas in my car to see my son. And I don't have to worry about those things. People that are out there are many people that are homeless and they don't even know that this organization exists. They don't know they can get help like this. They just give up. You know, a lot of them succumb to alcoholism and drug addiction. I'm a recovering alcoholic and addict. I've been sober, clean and sober, almost 13 years, and a lot of people, when they can't have a life with their children and their family, they just give up. You know, and I never thought about giving up. I always had hope. I believe God works through people in building lives to help people like myself. And I just want to let people out there know there is hope. There's always hope, you know. And I just want to thank Tim and Kevin in Building Lives for everything they did for me and my son.